So a Navy veteran went down to the protest that was happening last night outside the federal courthouse in Portland. He just felt like he needed to ask them some questions about basically why they are not upholding people's constitutional rights, and he was met with some extreme force. I guess they're treating veterans and non-veterans alike with these these different federal troops that Trump ordered sent to the Portland area. They're brutalizing everybody if you served in the military or not. So this article is from Coin, and I will show you this disturbing video. And again, it's obviously not the first or unfortunately the last example that we'll see from either federal police brutalizing peaceful protesters, people expressing their First Amendment rights. I'm assuming that's what his question would be, is like, why are you violating people's constitutional rights to peacefully assemble and protest? And again, he's not the first person that this has happened to. It's happened to almost innumerable at this point people by the federal police and the Portland Police Bureau as well. Look at that. So hands by his side, they try to beat him with the batons. When that doesn't work, he gets blasted with pepper spray right in the face. It's going very slow. Come on. You devil. Well, that's not working for some reason. What if I refresh this page? Let's see. So their name, Chris David. And then some field medics, volunteer medics, came to his aid after he was brutalized and tear gassed by these federal cops. Okay, let's play it once more.
A military vet.
God damn it. Now this thing up here is playing while that isn't. Shut up. We just want to hear the video. Shut up. Shut up. Okay, here we go. Boom, start beating on him with the baton, his legs. That doesn't work. Then they fucking pepper spray in the eye. He's obviously pissed, so he flips him off. There he is with his Navy sweatshirt. So just brutalizing everybody. Veterans came down there to give them a piece of their mind. They didn't give a shit. They brutalized him as well. I stood there with my hands down by my sides, and they just started wailing on me, said David. He said he had taken the bus downtown to attend the protest and wanted to ask the federal officers a specific question. I stood in the street in front of them, and I started asking them if it was okay to violate the oath of the Constitution, asked David. He said one of the men shoved him backwards. I lose my balance and I fall backwards a bit, and then I plant myself, described David. That's right when they started beating me. They kept hitting my batons, and I think they decided that wasn't going to work. So the 2 pepper spray hits I think I took, and that ended that. That was not fun, so I flipped them off and walked to the corner of the park as best as I could. I was losing my vision. I was walking through a giant cloud, CS gas, tear gas. David said he sat on a park bench, and a field medic named Tav came to his rescue and guided him to someone's car. It's just awesome that you have all that mutual aid and solidarity and people helping each other out while they've been brutalized day after day, by the federal police the last couple weeks, and going on 50 plus days by the Portland Police Bureau themselves. I couldn't see it all. I could only see shapes, fake shapes. Tav was frantically trying to get an ambulance. Left with a fractured hand by getting just blasted on that fucking baton. That was a picture of him. Navy Lieutenant Chris David. Been getting messages from fellow grads. And so, yeah, there's the article. But I mean, look, again, it's happening all over Portland. These federal cops just going absolutely fucking buck wild on protesters. Snack van driver. Okay, this is all from yesterday. And then so it's like this moms, just random moms throughout, the Portland, Oregon area have decided to come out to these protests. And then they're tear gassing the freaking moms and shit. Check this out. Feds are out. They shoved the moms. Lots of tear gas and flashbangs. This is from Lindsay Smith. She, her on Instagram. And that video I showed was from Zane Sparling. So this is how they're attacking the moms out protesting. This was from last night in Portland. And they shoot them with something. Taxpayer dollars hard at work. Look at that shit, dude. What the fuck is wrong with these fascists? All to protect the fucking courthouse? Really? It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. Tear gas. Again, illegal in war, being used on civilian populations. You always notice, like, who's the outside agitators who are trying to start a riot. It's these police departments. It's these federal officers. Look at all the gear they're wearing. Look at the protesters. I mean, come on. Illegal in war, tear gas. Being used on peaceful protesters. Look at that shit, dude. It's disgusting. And the freaking authoritarian bootlickers defending this, sometimes in the comments in the videos, you should be fucking ashamed of yourselves. It's disgusting. Creative protester at Riot Ribs uses a leaf blower to get tear gas off other protesters. Loud flashbangs. Feds flashbangs are louder than PPBs and can damage hearing. Federal officers throwing explosives at this journalist covering it. Look at that little fucker. Fascism coming in the United States. It's disgusting. Let's see what's going on right now. Portland protest. And then, yeah, Robert Evans, he's been down there quite a bit. I'm here outside the federal court. Look, I mean, it is a huge presence where a crowd of mothers have gathered again after being tear gassed last night by feds. This is one of the largest Portland crowds we have seen this month. Let's see what the... And again, the response by both local and federal police in this case of how they've just been absolutely brutalizing these peaceful protesters night after night. In the case of the federal cops, just abducting people off the street, just basically kidnapping them for no crime whatsoever, and like these unmarked vehicles, and just doing all kinds of shady shit. And again, with the repeated brutalizations of this protest, this peaceful protest movement, they're not helping their cause. Okay, I mean, you got freaking moms out there, along with everybody else at this point. It's pretty nuts. Look at this. You can see the moms in yellow are creating a defensive human wall to protect the crowd in the intersection. Wow. It's beginning to look like repeatedly tear gassing a crowd of moms may have been a tactical error. Exactly what I was saying. Exactly. Peace silhouette against open door in the federal courthouse. Officers have not come out since the first time, however, they can periodically be seen moving inside. Officer spotted just inside the door getting flashed by people with flashlights. That's awesome. Riot ribs. There you go. Providing free food to the community. That's amazing. Look at this, and there's some moms. They're doing it. Exactly. This type of repression and response, both from a local and federal level, is just galvanizing more people to support this movement for Black lives and for people exercising their constitutional rights to protest. There's more there. It's a good follow too for Portland stuff. There's outside the federal courthouse still, I believe. This is what democracy looks like, they're chanting. I mean, how just topsy-turvy is that to protest police or just state violence and repression in general, especially during this Black Lives Matter movement, that people in the streets literally have to arm themselves with gas masks because of the brutal violence they might face at the hands of either, in this case, Portland Police Bureau or these various federal cop agencies. It's ridiculous. Feds stand clear, moms are here. Fence to fence, forming a chain. I mean, it's pretty interesting. And let's see. So it's getting so bad, the ACLU is coming into it. Check this out. To end unconstitutional nightmare, ACLU sues Trump administration over use of secret police in Portland. This is a fight to save our democracy. ACLU Foundation of Oregon sued the Trump administration late Friday over its deployment of federal agents to Portland, where unidentified officials from the Department of Homeland Security and the U.S. Marshal Service have been detaining BLM protesters without explanation and using indiscriminate force to crush demonstrators. This is a fight to save our democracy, Kelly Simon, interim legal director at the ACLU of Oregon, said in a statement. Under the direction of the Trump administration, federal agents are terrorizing the community, risking lives, and brutally attacking protesters demonstrating against police brutality. This is police escalation on top of police escalation. Exactly. These federal agents must be stopped and removed from our city, Simon added. We will continue to bring the full fire of the ACLU to bear until this lawless policing ends. I mean, for fuck's sake. And exactly, it's like the protesting state violence, and they're being met with more state violence during this BLM movement. And again, it's just galvanizing support for it, both from the response, in Portland and around the U.S., frankly. So kudos and solidarity to everybody in the street supporting each other. Stay safe. Much love. Much love. All power to the people.